California is a land of extremes, a place where nature's contrasts are on full display. It's a place where towering redwoods meet arid deserts, creating a unique and diverse ecosystem. Here, bustling cities share borders with vast farmlands, highlighting the state's blend of urban and rural life. And it's a place where water, the lifeblood of the state, is both a blessing and a curse, shaping the land and the lives of those who inhabit it. Recent atmospheric rivers have slammed into the California coast, unleashing torrential rains and wreaking havoc on communities. From flooded homes to mudslides swallowing hillsides, the devastation is a stark reminder of California's vulnerability to natural disasters. These storms highlight California's complex relationship with water, a resource that is both vital and volatile. For years the state has grappled with drought, its reservoirs depleted and its farmlands parched, struggling to sustain agriculture and daily life. Now with rivers overflowing, California faces a different kind of water crisis, one of abundance, which brings its own set of challenges. This whiplash between drought and deluge underscores the urgent need for sustainable water management solutions that can adapt to these extremes. How can we better prepare for the inevitable swings between drought and flood? This is a question that demands immediate attention and action. These are the questions that will continue to confront the Golden State as it navigates the challenges of a changing climate and a growing population. Atmospheric rivers, those narrow bands of moisture in the atmosphere, are nothing new to California. These weather phenomena have been shaping the state's climate for centuries. They are a natural part of the state's climate, delivering much-needed precipitation during the winter months. This precipitation is crucial for replenishing reservoirs, sustaining agriculture, and maintaining the delicate balance of ecosystems. But these storms are becoming more intense and unpredictable. Climate change is amplifying their frequency and severity, making it harder to predict their impact. The recent deluge dumped record amounts of rain, triggering widespread flooding and mudslides. Communities were caught off guard, and emergency services were stretched to their limits. These rivers in the sky, fueled by warm, moist air from the tropics, can carry as much water as the Mississippi River. This immense volume of water can be both a blessing and a curse. When they make landfall, they release this moisture in the form of heavy rain or snow. This can lead to beneficial snowpack in the mountains, but also to dangerous flooding in lower areas. In a state like California, with its steep mountains and valleys, this can quickly lead to disaster. The topography funnels water into narrow channels, increasing the risk of flash floods. The recent storms have been particularly destructive in areas scarred by wildfires. Burned landscapes are especially vulnerable to erosion and landslides. Wildfires strip the land of vegetation, leaving the soil vulnerable to erosion. Without plant roots to hold the soil in place, heavy rains can wash it away, leading to devastating landslides. The damage caused by these atmospheric rivers is a sobering reminder of the power of nature and the importance of respecting its limits. As we face a changing climate, understanding and preparing for these events is more crucial than ever. As California swings between drought and deluge, the state's farmlands are caught in the middle. The recent floods have inundated fields, delaying plantings and damaging crops. But even before these storms hit, California agriculture was facing a water reckoning. One program designed to address this challenge is the Multi-Benefit Land Repurposing Program. The idea was to pay farmers to fallow their fields, reducing water use while creating new habitat for wildlife. However, recent changes to the program have thrown its future into doubt. Citing the need to prioritize disadvantaged communities, the state has proposed new requirements for projects seeking funding. These changes have created confusion and uncertainty among farmers. The result is a program in flux, caught between competing priorities. Despite its challenges, the program remains a valuable tool in managing California's water resources. Beneath the surface of California lies a vast and vital resource: groundwater. This hidden reservoir has been a crucial element in supporting the state's agriculture, industry, and communities for generations. This underground water stored in aquifers has long been a lifeline for the state, particularly during times of drought. Farmers rely on it to irrigate their crops when surface water is scarce, ensuring food production continues even in dry years. But as surface water supplies have dwindled, reliance on groundwater has intensified, leading to overpumping. This over-reliance has caused significant stress on the aquifers, depleting them faster than they can naturally recharge. Groundwater is not easily replenished and can take decades to refill. The slow process of natural recharge means that once depleted, these underground reservoirs may not recover for generations, if at all. In some parts of California, groundwater is being withdrawn at an unsustainable rate, leading to sinking land and seawater intrusion. This phenomenon, known as subsidence, can cause significant damage to infrastructure and reduce the land's agricultural productivity. These impacts threaten the long-term viability of California's agricultural industry. Farmers are facing increasingly difficult conditions, with less reliable water sources and more frequent droughts. The Sustainable Groundwater Management Act, passed in 2014, requires local agencies to develop plans to manage their groundwater basins sustainably. This legislation aims to balance water use with the natural replenishment rates of aquifers. This landmark legislation represents a major shift in how the state manages this critical resource. It emphasizes the importance of long-term planning and community involvement in water management. However, implementing the act is a complex and challenging undertaking. It requires coordination among various stakeholders, including farmers, urban planners, and environmental groups, to ensure that groundwater use is sustainable. The future of California's water supply depends on managing groundwater sustainably. By working together and adopting innovative water management practices, the state can secure this precious resource for future generations. As California confronts its water challenges, one solution is increasingly gaining traction: recycled water. Long viewed with skepticism, recycled water is now being recognized for its potential to augment dwindling water supplies. From irrigating parks to replenishing groundwater basins, recycled water is proving its worth. The process involves treating wastewater to remove contaminants, making it suitable for various uses. While the initial investment in treatment infrastructure can be significant, recycled water offers many advantages. It is a locally produced, drought-proof supply that reduces reliance on imported water. Despite its benefits, recycled water still faces an uphill battle for public acceptance. The yuck factor persists, with some people squeamish about using treated wastewater. However, as water scarcity grows, public perceptions are slowly beginning to change. Recycled water is positioning itself as a key component of California's water future. In a hopeful sign for California's coastal ecosystem, sea otters are making a comeback. Their resurgence is a testament to the power of conservation and a reminder of the interconnectedness of nature. Sea otters play a vital role in maintaining the health of kelp forests, which provide habitat for marine life. By preying on sea urchins, sea otters help keep these underwater forests thriving. The recovery of sea otters is due in part to federal and state protections. Despite ongoing threats, the return of sea otters offers hope for the future of California's coastal waters. Along the California coast, a network of marine protected areas, or MPAs, is safeguarding the state's rich marine biodiversity. These underwater parks restrict human activities such as fishing and oil drilling within their boundaries. This protection allows marine ecosystems to recover from past exploitation. Studies have shown that MPAs are highly effective in achieving their conservation goals. Inside these protected areas, fish are more abundant, larger in size, and more diverse. The success of California's MPAs is a testament to the power of science-based conservation. The result is a network of MPAs that is both ecologically and economically beneficial. The Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta, a vast inland estuary, has long been a source of contention. This critical ecosystem is facing threats from pollution, habitat loss, climate change, and overpumping. The delta is also at the center of California's water wars, as competing interests vie for control of its fresh water. Farmers in the Central Valley rely on delta water to irrigate their crops, while urban areas depend on it for drinking water. During his presidency, Donald Trump sided with agricultural interests, seeking to weaken environmental protections for the delta. Governor Gavin Newsom has pledged to protect the delta while ensuring a reliable water supply for all Californians. The fate of the delta remains uncertain, but finding a sustainable path forward will require collaboration and compromise.